Hello, and it's a pleasure to be with you for my TBC live broadcast. This is Stephen Tyrone Cuffey reporting to you for my The Billion Coin broadcast, number 334, 334 live broadcast to date since I started back in March of 2018, which is coming up. March is coming next month. Be 1 year that I have been broadcasting pretty soon. I don't know the exact date, but I know it was sometime about middle March, around the 20 something of March that I got started. And I just started doing them every day. Now, I want to ask everyone that's coming to mute yourself because I don't want to talk to anybody until I finish my broadcast, okay? Till I finish the end of my broadcast. Now, I want to point out this, okay? What is so vital that all of us need to know that we got to follow the blog, like I said before. But before I get to that, I want to thank you so much for my loved one, Merlene, that's there watching me. I love you too, sweetie, as well as I love my Kayla and Caitlin. We call Butterball, the little one. The smallest one, that is. Also, I want to also add that our families of 6 made it over to the Philippines safely. And then when they got there, they got a surprise of another family member who lives in Florida, flew ahead of them and greeted them at the airport in Philippines, and it was a shock. They were totally surprised. So I got 7 of our family members over there. I tell you, the Feed the Children program will be a great, great project event of humanity that will be around the middle of March, and I'll give you a date on that when that starts. As soon as I find that out from my my loved one Merlene, that's in the chat area. She spearheaded this thing. She's a wonderful person to want to give back to over 1,000 kids. That's amazing. Okay, now, all right, now, I know that I have quite a few of you in the chat room. I'm not going to go through each person. I just want to thank the other people in the chat room are my Bangladesh community. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you that's here so far. Okay? All right. Well, let's go to the blog first. Let's do that first, okay? Okay. Oh, let me come out of this a minute, folks. Let me let y'all know something I found out. I have an announcement to make. I'm happy in one extent. I'm a little sad in one extent because I got my buddy, my friend, Randy Wilson. And cause I guess some of you might know by now that's in the TBC community, the baton is going to be switched. You know, he will no longer be doing Monday send button meetings. I don't know if it starts this Monday or not, but I know that it's been passed along to Mbe Derek. Mbe Derek that does the French meeting on Tuesday, he will be doing the send button meeting on Monday English. I'm not sure if it's this Monday or not, but I know that that the baton has been handed off from Randy to Mbe. I didn't know this was going to go down. This between admin and Randy and Mbe. I know Mbe is doing some great things, as you all know, over in Cameroon and around the world with his 90-day challenge, and he's just giving some great training. He is by far doing it. I mean, just on it. And Mr. Pritam Kumar is doing the same thing, very similar to bringing people in our community and merchants and of that sort, and bringing more motorcycle two-wheelers, paying for 20% TBC and their fiat cash in India. It's some great people doing some great things, folks. So let's get back to it. I just want to make that point. So again, Randy Wilson will no longer be doing the send button meetings in English. That's what I was told by the blog. Okay. And I don't know whether this starts this particular Monday or not, but we'll go over that in the blog as in just a minute here, because I first saw that in the blog. All right. Okay. TBC breaking news says boom, boom, boom. Weekly Bitcoin contest offered in Bangladesh. Okay, that's something that that the Bangladesh community went over there in a broadcast yesterday, I believe. Great job. And this is somebody that's doing a very first broadcast. Awesome, awesome job. Awesome, awesome job. Okay, this is awesome. This is from the Bangladesh community, another Bangladesh community person doing it first. See, this is an indicative of what I say about the Bangladesh community, how fine job they're doing by bringing new people into the community and getting them involved and following that 23-step system. Awesome, awesome. Okay. And this is my broadcast that I went over yesterday. It talked about education leads to making a living, while self-educating leads to making a fortune. And that's an admin heard that clearly through that broadcast. And once again, my 333 broadcast was featured, has been featured on the TBC Broad with some of my panelists from the Bangladesh community. Okay. And I believe this is Mr. Yes, it is. Mr. Darren Haywood, he did his 252nd broadcast yesterday. And I'm thinking he probably would do one today. I'm not sure, but I know that's his 252nd broadcast. He says, be healthy, wealthy, and wise in TBC. Great job. Great job. And here's what I was just explaining to you all, and I'm going to read this to you all, okay? And I like whoever did this. I don't know who did this, but this is a wonderful, wonderful thing here. It says here, it says, I'm going to read it. It says here, it's almost like an Olympic torch. Almost like, this is funny. Okay. At the beginning of March 2019, Randy Wilson, okay, it was started in the beginning. Okay. At the beginning of March of 2019, Randy Wilson will be passing the torch of the English Sinbad meetings to Mbaye Derek. And in turn, Mbaye will be passing the torch to the French Sinbad meetings to Samuel Attendale Bouma. Okay. We want to thank Randy Wilson for the service he provided in the TBC community in doing weekly English Sinbad meetings for over a year. Okay. He is still faithful to the TBC community and will continue to do regular broadcasts. His contributions have made a significant impact in the growth of TBC. Oh, yes, it has been. And we look forward to highlighting his future achievements within our private society. Mbaye Derek is a shining example to the whole TBC community on how to build and train teams that are united and strong. Many of his trainings are featured in the blog and gives each of you that view them the nuts and bolts needed to earn daily cash flow in TBC. Duplicate what you see him doing and to be successful within TBC. Remember that last what I just stated. I'm going to read that again. Duplicate what you see him doing. That's Mbaye Derek doing to be successful within the Billion Coin. We are so excited to have Samuel Attendale Bouma pick up the torch of doing French Sinbad meetings. Mbaye has nothing but praise for his faith for TBCN. We continue to expand and grow, and now it's time to do all the Sinbad meetings at the same time doing the English version. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. Oh, so now they want to admin wants him to do the same time. Okay. All right. The hosts are in a discussion. The hosts are in a discussion as I write this article to continue up with the best day and time. So far, Monday appears to be the best day, and the time may not shift much at all based on this current discussion. We should have their answer before the next Sinbad meeting. Okay, we look forward to watching Samuel Tyndale Boomer for Jews French sin button meetings. Now this happens to be for me and also other people that's doing broadcast meetings, because admin is aware that I do broadcasters meetings for all broadcasters. And I believe Mbe, I believe Mizanor of the Bangladesh community, he does it for the Bangladesh community as well. The broadcasters meeting may or may not shift its time. We shall see. Well, I'm gonna tell you all. Let me come out to let me speak on this real quickly. This is not what I'm gonna talk about today, but I'm gonna just come out of this just a minute. Let me just speak on that on my behalf, because I'm the one that has the broadcasters meeting, folks. Until I hear from what when they're going to do their send button meetings, because usually I always customary follow right after the English send button meeting and when I do my broadcasters meeting, and that probably will not change. I just need to make sure the time is the same. So I will not schedule mine in March until when we start, until I find out is the time going to be the same on Monday or it's going to be a different time. Okay. All right. I know it will not be during the time I do my broadcast, I'm sure, not that late in the day. I certainly hope not, because I don't want to lose my audience that I built for almost a year now. Okay. Okay. Because I believe I have close to almost 750 people have subscribed to my YouTube channel. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go back to the blog. Now, I like this picture. Passing the torch. Randy passing it to Mbe to Mr. Boomer, Mr. Samuel. All right. And this, I know who this is. It's got to be Mbe. Yes. French training, day 18. Okay. Great job. Inequality is a serious global problem, especially in poor countries, and TBC and TBC is the solution. And this is his day 20 training that he talked about this. Talked about the inequality is a serious global problem, and it is. We got people wealthy that's living the life of their dreams, and then we got people that's poor living in poor countries, and you never see the poor people get any better. So it's definitely inequality there. Okay. All right. Let me see. That was the last one. Yep. Okay. All right, folks. Let me get to what I call the meat of what I want to discuss today. Okay. Let me come out of this screen share. All right. Okay. Folks, I want y'all to listen to what I'm about to say. Okay. Because y'all not come up with these great things sometime. And listen closer to what I'm about to say. All right. Y'all listen closely now. People side with you. Those that side with you will align with you. You say that? I'm gonna say it again. Those that side, that's SIDE, side with you, align with you. And what I'm referring to is this. Those that see you doing something positive, and I'm using myself as an example. One of the reasons that I get the Bangladesh community that come to me and other people around the world is because they see something that I must be doing that they like. You see, sometimes people see something in others more than they see themselves. You understand that? I'm going to say it again. Sometimes people see something in someone else more than they see themselves. And I'm not saying that's necessarily in my case, but I know people side with me, so they align with me because they know I do broadcasts, I do training every day, okay, for the most part. I tell you something that can impact you in some way to keep you moving through your journey. Because see, one thing about success, folks, success is not a destination. It is a journey in here in the Billion Coin. I'm gonna say it again. Success is not a destination here in the Billion Coin. Success is a journey in the Billion Coin, because each one of us are exercising our own journey here in the Billion Coin. So these people, as you continue to bring in and lead by example, you're doing the right things. You're following the system in place. And you always speak positivism and alignment and unity, as I do often in my broadcasts. That's what's so key to making sure your journey goes through as smooth as possible. Now, will every day be the same? Will every day be a good day? No, every day will not be a good day. Should you beat yourself up about it? No, you shouldn't do that. Should you be positive? Sure, you should be that way. Remain positive. Don't let anyone outside, with outside of TBC, or even anyone negative that's in the Billion Coin, sway you from your journey being a success. Because your success is in your journey. It is not your destination. So I'm gonna repeat that again. Those that side with you will align with you. And it's so, but folks, listen to this. But you have to be consistent. I talked about that yesterday, about the blog. You got to be consistent in being a student and going over the blog posts. Now, how did I know that Randy was going to pass the torch to Mb Derek? And Mb Derek, the French one, sent my money to Samuel. How did I know about that? I knew it before I even saw it. This is my second time seeing that today. I had already seen it on my phone when I woke up in the morning. Do y'all know it's one of the first things I do in the morning after I give God the praise and for another day, and say a few affirmations? Do you know that I also look at my phone and go to the blog? The first thing when I cut my phone on in the morning. So those that side with you will align with you, okay? Because if you're leading by a great and a good example, and people know, like, and trust you, of course they're going to align with you. But if you're being negative and not productive and not speaking the truth about what you know, instead of speaking the truth, what you think you know based on what you really know, then people will not align with you in that way. You hardly ever see me speaking of anything negative about the Billion Coin. And I know that for a fact. Yes, sometimes I say some things to make you think. Trust me, it's by design, folks. It is by design that sometimes I say things to people here, even in the panel, or even who's listening to me today, to make you think about your place here in the Billion Coin. Okay? Folks, I believe in myself. You need to believe in yourself. Not just believe in yourself, believe in your product or your organization here in the Billion Coin. Believe in our coin, realizing that we are a mission with a coin, not a coin with a mission. We're not a coin with a mission. We are a mission with a coin. See, I don't have to look about things that I know. I speak on things that I know, not and from what it really is. as evidence in the TBC blog at blog.thebillioncoin.info. I don't speak of things by just what I think it is. I speak on based on what I see, what I interpret. And I interpret what's in the blog about 99 to 100%, folks. I don't mind assisting someone if they don't understand something in the blog. However, I do have a problem when someone asks me a question when the answer is already there in the blog. Those are people that are basically lazy. They don't want to read. They don't want to study. They want to ask someone else. So what I do, I tell them, look in the blog, your answer is there. I don't even give them the answer. I stop giving people the answer to things like that that's in the blog. Because it's telling me that you're not a student of the blog. See, if you do positive things, if you're producing cash flow, if you're giving people the right, talking about all the tools that's in place to help you achieve success in the billion coin, then when you think that they want a person that side with me, want to be aligned with me, to keep learning something that can help their success and billion coin move more swiftly, that they're bringing people into the community and educating those people properly, educate them such that they become self-educated. They don't always rely for everything from their mentor. And then now they're reading and building their mind such in a way that they don't always need their mentor. So folks, what I'm gonna say to you is this. If you want to have your journey be successful, side with someone and be that side with them and be aligned with them. Okay? That was basically my message today, folks. Okay? I'm gonna say it one last time. Those that side with you will align with you. Okay? Now, Mr. Farhan, how you doing? You want to come in and you want to speak and say anything first, sir?
I'm fine, sir. Thanks for giving me a chance. You live broadcasting, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I think many people does not believe TBC. They uh, they said what is TBC, what is not TBC. They said it is a MLM, but TBC is not MLM.
Well, you're right. The question is, people wonder, what is TBC? And some people would doubt that's TBC. Well, first of all, TBC is the billion coin. And the truth of the matter is, TBC is an abundance-based cryptocurrency, which cryptocurrency is a digital currency. It's for the people, by the people. It is different from an abundance-based coin. I mean, different from a market-based coin, in that a market-based coin is operated by the market. The growth of our coin is predicated among the members, the membership, and it's measured by a grain of gold. I could speak on and again about it. So if people always come to you and ask you those questions, you got to know, again, I've always said, you got to know what TBC is, what it isn't, and your correct role. Your correct role is, first of all, is to be a distributor, because we're in the distribution phase right now. The billion coin is a revolution, and it's also an evolution. It's still evolving. So that thought of people that's out there that want to cash out, no, we're not a cash out system. We're a cash flow system. We have a cash flow system. And if no one knows how to cash flow in TBC by going through the 23 steps, then you need to seek out a cash flow coach like Randy Wilson, like Lawrence Butana Medalecki in South Africa, or Mr. Dan Lux over in the Philippines. Those are 3 cash flow coaches that are very good. Randy Wilson. So let's stay focused. Let's make sure that if we're doing the right things within the guidelines of your agreement, which you signed up for in the Billion Coin, if you follow the steps, then people will side with you and align with you. Okay, folks?
Okay.
Okay. I see Sidonia asked a question. Sidonia, thanks for being here. She's out of Romania. She said, well, who would get Bitcoins for send button meetings? No crinkles, cookie rewards? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to answer you like this, Sidonia. And I talked to Simone of the Bang National Community. He had questioned me about this too. I know that came out, something to that notion came out in the TBC blog one time. But if you read people got to read everything in the blog. It also said that we have to be at where? 3,333,333. And they hope that we are there by what? By sometime March or April. But they want us to start any kind of Bitcoin contest until we get to a certain number. That's my understanding when I read that particular blog post. What I suggest, anyone that's reading that blog post, they're going to come out with more information on exactly how it will flow. Just be patient, folks. Remember, exercise patience. It will always come out in the blog. That's why you need to be a student of the blog and go over that blog post each and every day and more than once a day, because guess what? They could put a blog post out in the next hour and then put more on it later on in the day. And you only looked at it one time that day, then the next day you're reading something that was done the day before. You see? That's why it's so important for you to always be a student of the blog, so you always know, okay, I'm going to go over that blog at least 2 or 3 times a day to make sure I don't miss anything. Folks, this brother right here don't miss not one thing in the blog. I'm probably the one person that's went through every blog that's existed in the Billion Coin. Not since you started. I'm talking about since the very first one in April of 2016. Okay? I believe in the blog post, folks. That's my number one source. It should be everyone in Billion Coin's number one source. Okay? So, Sidonia, what I suggest you do is just wait till another blog post come out with content. It would say when that would launch and how it would be and everything. You know, admin is really good about that. But my understanding, we need as a group, as members, they want to focus on the main focus, folks. It's three main focus, 3 campaigns. Cash flow campaign, merchant adoption campaign, growing our community by merchants, and a massive growth campaign, us as members bringing other people into the Billion Coin. Those are the 3 main areas. Okay? That's what admin wants us to do. They're not getting all into this Bitcoin crave thing. Okay? Okay? I mean, don't think for one moment that we're going all into this market-based side. That's not what we're trying to achieve in the Billion Coin, folks. Don't shift your focus. Lead Bitcoin over to the market-based side. If admin wants to wants to. And now I do know that because they decided not to go on a cruise, that those that won will be given equivalent for their tickets in Bitcoin, but they do need to be at Embase Derek's, be a panel, like Farhan is a panel today. They need to be a panelist, not just be there, a panelist to be able to get that Bitcoin, because Ben Derek is going to explain to you exactly how that would happen. Okay? So what I say to you again, make sure if you're on the blog 2 to 3 times a day, you will never miss anything in the blog. Okay? Okay, folks. I'm done for the day. Folks, Mr. Darren Harewood, thank you for showing up too, sir. Thank you so much. So remember what I said lastly, those that side with you align with you in the Billion Coin, particularly if they know that you are truly speaking the right things about our great organization, private society called the Billion Coin. You all have a great day. And thank you so much, my loved one, Merlene, for being here, along with my great little cute Kayla and Caitlin. Thank you all. Y'all have a great day. And thank you, Mr. Farhart. Thank you for everybody here, everybody in the chat area. Thank you all. And thank you, Mr. Farhart, for being here. And I'll see you all tomorrow around the same time. Peace, everybody.